And now it's time for today's daily forecast with EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martridge.
And good morning to you. This is your weekend video forecast for July 28th and 29th, 2018. Both Saturday and Sunday look like we're going to be partly cloudy after we had a very wet week go at it this week with heavy rain, especially in central Pennsylvania. We have a chance to dry out this weekend with partly cloudy skies both days and no chance of precipitation except for maybe a quick spritz across the far northern tier closest to the New York-Pennsylvania border. And that would be this afternoon, and then that's it. So not even showing here on the global models very well. The areas that would have that quick spritz, literally, it's going to be a quick 3 to 5 minute shower would be right across those areas. Not just today, and that's it, but elsewhere we are partly cloudy and dry. So that is going to continue straight into Sunday, except we're going to eliminate the isolated shower threat here on Sunday. And a very nice weekend coming up with the temperature and the humidity lowering from what we've seen over the past week. I mean, it's been extremely muggy this week. And now, although this is typical of July and August and what you expect for climatologically speaking for this time of year, this is what is considered normal. We're going to get a little bit of a break this week where temperatures go back to at least near average today and then maybe even slightly below with some dew points in the 50s as we get into Sunday. So Sunday's going to be the better of the 2 days as far as humidity goes, but it's still going to be partly cloudy both days, no chance of precipitation except for that stray shower in far northern areas during the afternoon on Saturday, but that's not a big deal. So we go into Monday. Monday's going to start off rather cloudy. I think the clouds are increasing later in the day, though. We have a couple things happening here with a frontal boundary moving eastward and some convection firing in central Pennsylvania. I don't think it really gets to this extent, but we'll allow for the opportunity for some late day scattered showers or thunderstorms out in those areas only, not farther east. Clouds are just going to increase there, and we have an opportunity for maybe a quick thunderstorm overnight, and that's it. But then once we get into Tuesday, I think you have a little bit better chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms as a warm front moves off to the north. That's going to be aided by this area of low pressure out here in the Ohio Valley. So you have a warm front off to the south. This is the same frontal boundary that was that came through last night on Friday night, and is going to return back northward as a warm front and just bring a few scattered showers here in the Monday night to Tuesday time frame. Not a real big deal overall, but that's what's going on here later on Tuesday. And then once that moves off to the north, and this area of low pressure moves off to the north, you have the associated cold front with that area of low pressure, which is now going to be up here. Cold front's going to be down here like this, trying to move through. The only problem is there's a high pressure off to the east at this point that is kind of building and retrograding. So retrograding meaning heading back toward the coast. So, and this is also building. So this is going to hold up this frontal boundary from moving south and eastward and uniformly moving through like it normally does. Okay, so and this is going to kind of just sit near the region on the outer periphery of this high pressure out here, and it's going to sit there for several days. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to be raining for several straight days. That's not what is happening. And what happens is the boundaries right over a near area. We get some diurnally driven convection, and that's what you see here. This is late in the day, so heat of the day, late in the day storms are going to pop up and produce. Not like they did this past week with a heavy rain, but at the same time, because that trigger is there, the trigger mechanism, you have that extra lift in the atmosphere to really get these to get storms going. So that's going to be occurring in the Wednesday through the end of the week period, and we only list through Friday as far as 7-day forecast, but this probably goes into next weekend also. Just the opportunity for pop-up and widely scattered showers and thunderstorms. I know this looks like a concentrated thing, but it's really not. This is looking at later Wednesday. This is looking at later Thursday. This is looking at later Friday. And you got a recurring theme here, folks. Okay, so it's not all areas. Not all areas will see the thunderstorms, but if you do see them, that's the reason why. So that boundary is still sitting over the region. You can still see high pressure sitting in the same spot here. So this boundary is kind of stuck and us in the outer periphery of this high pressure. So you're getting that training of convection over the same area, and as again, it's diurnally driven, so you have the heating of the day playing a role in that. And this is now looking at Friday. We could even go ahead another day after this and go to Saturday, and you're pretty much looking at the same thing. So here's Friday, here's Saturday, oh, and there's Sunday too. So you have the opportunity to see what's going on here. It starts to weaken eventually. as this high pressure continues to retrograde or weaken or move westward, we have the opportunity for those scattered showers and thunderstorms each day. But again, just to recap, this is not a repeat of what we saw last week with that upper level low. Different kind of situation. Although you can get locally heavy rain in any thunderstorms, it's going to be localized. It's not going to be as widespread. This isn't something that I see exacerbating the situation here. Exacerbating the situation here in central Pennsylvania in a grand scale. I mean, you could have some localized effects where you already have the ground flooded to begin with, and really any other rain or storms that move through the area will only make matters worse, and it doesn't take much to do that. But I don't think it's going to be over the top like we saw this past week where we had 8, 10, 12 inches of rain, if that makes any sense. So just some localized flash flooding from storms are possible, but I don't think in terms of flooding on a grand scale we're dealing with a big deal the following week as we have this past week. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich. That is your outlook for the weekend, July 28th and 29th, 2018. Have a great Saturday and Sunday.